Today I'm going to show you how you can easily beat the missing delivery mission in Phasmophobia, the newest weekly mission. First off, take note of where the breaker is. You want to be able to turn on the breaker. Breaker is going to be upstairs on the top left this time. One of the farthest ones to go to, so that's kind of annoying, but the breaker does start off. What should your starting item be? Paramic 100% of the time. No doubt it's going to be the easiest way to show you where the ghost room is. You can use a flashlight. Flashlight will guide the way. If you're good or playing with other people, somebody else can use a flashlight and you can grab another item. You can grab the thermometer, the EMF reader, spirit box, ghost orb determiner. Now, the video camera, it kind of varies. It's preference. Now, I'm going to tell you what I suggest. I'm going to use the flashlight so you guys can see better, because otherwise it's going to be really dark. Ideally, I wouldn't need a flashlight. I would just take in like an EMF reader or a spirit box along with the thermometer. Thermometer to verify where the ghost room is. So that seems to be pretty important. Finding where the ghost room is by far the hardest thing of this whole mission, because you could either find it right away or you might not. But that's what the paramic is very helpful. That's why I think the paramic is like a necessity on these big maps. Let's say if you're playing with other people, it's going to be a lot easier because they can bring in more evidence equipment. Now, since the breaker is on the left side, I want to start on the left side. And now we're going to be listening to see if we can hear anything. I'm going to go ahead and turn on this light. And kind of how you break it down after that is just kind of up to you, right? So we got a 0.2. That probably just ambient noise, not necessarily where the ghost is. So you want to try to preserve as much sanity, which is why we're going to be turning on these lights. And why I like to turn on the breaker first thing. The breaker is in here, and it's the nice old school breaker, if you did not realize that. Did I just turn it back off? Okay. All right, so breaker is on. Now we can try to figure out something. So, I usually like to take it a side at a time. Side at a time. So I'm checking upstairs here. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not seeing any reading on the paramic. Now, sometimes you can get lucky and the ghost might ring a telephone. You're very lucky by that, but also since it might take a second, the temperatures are going to move up in the house, or in the school, I guess, for this, which is why I take the thermometer to verify so I know exactly where I need to be depositing items at in the future. So I'm going to go and I'm going to check this side once more, and you can go about it like either way. Typically what I'm going to do is just come straight back down and check the front, because the chances of it being back here are usually going to be pretty slim. I'm not hearing anything, which leads me to think it's probably going to be on the other side. Now, you can go through floors, but I wouldn't recommend like checking that. I just keep it on one floor just so you know exactly where to check. Now, the best places to hide also to keep in mind are the bathroom stalls. That's going to be the best places to hide if it does hunt. We do have a 0.1, but I don't think that means anything. Unfortunately, the light switch for this is going to be on this side. Let me see. Do we get any other reading? I didn't think so. I just wanted to make sure. Usually anything like less than a 0.3, not necessarily going to be important. These are the light switches for this. You could obviously use the summoning circle, but your sanity will be absolutely drained. So we're going to go the safest way for you all to get it. Otherwise, the summoning circle, you could just keep resetting until you got a hunting ghost, but we're just gonna keep it this way. So keep in mind, turning on light switches will cause a reading on the paramic, so just be careful. And now, so we got a 0.5, and where that reading was, we want to check. Is it in here? Again, the temperature should drop if it is. No, we're still good. Now, 0.5 may still be just in the ambient noise that the paramic will pick up sometimes. Is it in here? No, still pretty good. Okay, so probably just ambient noise and not actually picking up any ghost activity. Which this ghost is pretty quiet so far. Now, it could be in the gym. The gym ghost is really annoying on this, though, to be fair. So, and hopefully, you know, if you are lucky, then you will get it. Now, 0.4, I'm just gonna double check to verify. Usually it's not gonna mean like too much, but we could, that's why I like to bring the thermometer so we can double check it. So we got it around here. So is there anything? No. Okay. Let's say I almost thought that light was on for a second, and I was like, I know we did not turn on any lights. Okay, so chances are that's going to be the last place that this is... It turned on this light. Okay, so that's what I was about to say. Like, I thought I saw a light on in that other room, but so is the ghost in here, or is it next to it? Gonna be in this room? No? So you are in this classroom down here? At least if it is in this one, it's gonna be close to the door. It looks interesting. Oh, and we got freezing, So that's a way that the paramic sort of led us this way, but we're checking our readings with the thermometer, and that's why I recommend a thermometer. Okay, so we didn't hear much, so it could be a shade. So now you want to go back and you want to get the rest of your equipment. It is going to be all three evidences. So you can easily like figure it out, but also keep in mind, you can get EMF 5 on the activity chart. So keep an eye on it when you come back. Now, our sanity, so we're at just about 80%. That's where turning on the lights will really help. Then if you want to come back, you can choose to bring whatever. I usually like to just bring this stuff in. Video camera, dots, and ghostwriting. Again, when you get into like the same routine for a lot of the maps, it just comes second nature. Like, because sometimes ghostwriting can take a second to show. So if we set it in there and just leave it, let it wait, that's my recommendation. But again, you don't have to do that. You could have brought back the complete opposite stuff at this point. So I'm just going to sort of set it in there. Again, it's really useful in this to set it where you can see the book to know if it's moved or not. Because since it is three evidences, if the book is touched, thrown at all, and there's no writing, you can rule out ghost writing. So it's important to keep that in mind for this as well. Thankfully, that's a really good spot. It's not like super far in the back to where it makes these trips to and from the truck a lot easier and manageable. And if you wanted to play super safe, you know, you could bring in a lit candle and keep your, your sanity quite a bit. Again, we're not really too worried about taking pictures. We're not really worried about the optional objectives. The whole goal is just to identify the ghost. I wouldn't spend time trying to get photos, trying to do all that. It's only going to be a ×1 payout. You could if you wanted to, but our goal is to find the ghost type. And that's it. That's all that we're here for. Is we're going to get that big payout in the end, and that's what you want. Then are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Okay, it is still here. Alright. We're going to set that. I didn't really check for orbs. I probably should have. Do we have orbs? No, we do not. And like, if you were here and you were just wanted to like sort of wait, you could go take a lit candle to avoid sanity drop. I think I just saw dots. I wanted to say that I saw dots, at least. And we're just waiting, and that's like sort of a waiting game. So we and you can kind of rule out ghosts, right? Like, I still wouldn't rule out completely spirit box. Okay, so it's not EMF 5. We can hopefully rule out fingerprints. Yes, still no fingerprints, so we can safely rule it out because we are playing 3 evidences now as well. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? Because it touched the door, we can start talking to it. Are you here? Are you friendly? Alright, so now we can start ruling stuff out. I'm pretty safe to assume it's not spirit box. We do have freezing. It's not going to be fingerprints. I think it's going to be dots. So well, if it's dots, it's not going to be that. If it's a Oni, that would be pretty crazy. Yeah, that is dots. That is dots. Okay, so we just saw that. So it's either Yurei or Oni. It's doing a lot of door touches, so it could be a Yurei. EMF 5 would be Oni, where it's not going to be ghost riding, so it's going to be ghost orbs or EMF 5. dots coming toward us. I don't see ghost orbs. I mean, it's touching the door a lot, but there's not really like a lot for it to interact with in here. I'm not too surprised by that. But we should see ghost orbs if it was ghost orbs, which leads me to think it's probably going to be an Oni. And again, like at this point, if you wanted to go back and get the candle, which I can go do as well, it's still only EMF 2. And what you could do now, you know, you're just sort of waiting for interactions, sort of waiting for all that. I mean, keeping your sanity kind of low for that is not bad, not a bad idea. But you can take the sanity pill, up it, hold on to the candle while you're waiting for different things. Like we're waiting for EMF 5 to verify. Now we could verify it from the chart, like I said before. So our sanity's at 70, so that's really good. And what we can do is hold the lit candle now. Bring the crucifix as well, just in case it does decide to hunt. But with the lit candle, it shouldn't hunt us, as our sanity shouldn't go down. Now, if it ghost events us, it absolutely could. We've not been ghost evented yet, which is kind of odd for an Oni. But again, this is where you can also use your other knowledge to narrow stuff down in the meantime. It did just blow out our candle. Thank you for that. EMF 5, so it is an Oni. See, that's where we're waiting. So holding the lit candle will definitely help with the sanity drain, but that's all that we are going for here. We're gonna get the Oni right. I have faith. You do that 2 more times. You got it. That's how easy it was. We never got hunted. We found it pretty quickly. Do that 2 more times. You're going to have that $3,000, 3,000 experience. If you are getting low on sanity, you still think EMF 5 might be an option. If you need more clarification on the EMF 5 chart and how to read it, check out this video. Click or tap the screen right now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribed if you're going to use this stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Happy hunting.